could share my screen. Here we go. Well, welcome everyone to the pre-event call for PurpleStride DC. This is sort of our final details call. We're still a month out from the event, and DC is kind of its own beast, but for the most part, we just want to finalize everything. This is our last chance to look at everything together and just get eyes on the final documents. So just making sure that any past things we've talked about are captured and pretty much all ready to go for the event. This agenda should look pretty familiar. It's pretty much the same as last year. Ashley will just share her documents. That's kind of the fun part. We'll go over the event timeline a little. Anna, if you have any questions, you guys are pro, but just jump in whenever and we can answer them. I think we all know each other here. Erin, are the Event 360 staffers new? The two folks that are joining? Do you know?
Brendan is not, and Abigail, I'm not sure. So
all good.
I can tell you for DC, I don't think Abigail has been at least. Oh wait, I'm the only person since this. I keep forgetting that my first year was the first one big day. So if she wasn't there with me, then she has not been to DC before. Okay. I think she's new to DC.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just do the intros, Hannah, for the sake of the recording, and yeah.
Whoever needs them, yeah. Okay.
I'll reintroduce to each other here on this call.
Yeah, so I'll remind each other of who we are. I can start. I'm Hannah Orchard. I'm the volunteer communications coordinator with Event 360. This is my second year of PurpleStride, and I'll be not with you guys in DC. I'll be in the National Command Center in LA this year during the event. So if you guys do need to call command for anything, I might be on the other end of the line. The other person there is Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin Pajawski. I'm the account manager for PurpleStride on the Event 360 side. I have worked on the PurpleStride project since we partnered with PanCan in 2021. I will also be in the National Command Center this year. And yeah, excited for another big fun event in DC. No complications, no logistical hoops to jump through here at all. Ashley, go ahead.
Hi everyone, Ashley Markey, event production coordinator here. It'll be my fourth PurpleStride, third time at DC, first time in DC, so super excited. I do all of the permitting. With DC, I work with JRB to do permitting, but permitting for all of our markets that I have, and timelines, maps, behind the scenes, logistical things. But excited to be here. Claire?
Yeah, hi, I'm Claire Doyle. I'm an event production manager at Event 360, and I work to support our team on half of the PanCan markets, and I will be in Kansas City this year.
And I'm Anna Summers. I'm the senior community relationship manager for that works with the DC affiliate. I also work with our Raleigh affiliate, Richmond affiliate, and Maryland affiliate. I'm like freaking out because I was just doing the math when you were saying how many PurpleStrides you've been here for. Erin, and this will be my fifth PurpleStride. I can't believe it. It's like flown by.
Big anniversary year for us.
Yes, and I've been in DC every year except for the first year, which we won't talk about because I had COVID. But every other year. So maybe Abigail was at that one because technically I was not there in person. But Brendan's been with us for the last couple of years, and he's been great. So I'm excited we'll have someone home who sort of knows the ropes in DC. And yeah, like you said, Erin, it's not complicated at all. So easy.
Not at all. Well, Brendan and Abigail from the future, I just want to tell you that for this event, you are in the best possible hands with Ashley and Anna, because this might be our only big twofer where the EPC and the staff partner for the market are actually staffing the event. So Ashley and Anna have been working on the planning for this event for months and months and months. They know every detail inside and out. So I cannot imagine a better suited team to move forward with this one. So yeah, back to you, Hannah.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys really do have the all-star team. Oh my gosh, heavy hitters this year. That's super fun. Great. We can kind of skip through the deliverables, and I'm sure, we've heard this quite a few times. Event book on the 17th. That's basically it. And same with, roles and responsibilities. You guys are pretty familiar with this. Anna, you're going to be there as usual.
Yes, and
and
oh, sorry. I was
Sorry.
just going to say, I will say, since we don't have a PurpleStride chair, we do have an affiliate chair. So it's just a little bit, because of her job, she can't set up as much, but we'll have that support on the volunteer side, definitely day of event, for sure. And then sort of this PurpleStride chair stuff, she and I will be splitting.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know. And if you have that, we can like put that contact in a bit later, or you can do that in a second. But okay, that's good to know. I was going to touch on that. Obviously, the only really big change this year is that you guys won't be managing the t-shirt tent. So with the affiliate chair, like, that will be taken off her hands and off your hands too. So just something to note. And then, yeah, Ashley, Brendan, and Abigail are going to be just all over the logistics, obviously working with JRP mostly. Yeah, other than the t-shirt tent, that's really the only big change. Obviously, Anna, you know that our Event 360 staff won't be handling any like on-site donations. It'd be great to get a big envelope of cash. So if that does happen, then you guys can handle that. Do you want to go through our event contacts list for any of these like extra chairs and leads right now to update their numbers if you have them, or would you rather go through this later on your own time?
Can you remind me where I can find the document and then I can do it? Or, I mean, if you want to do it now, that's also fine.
I'm actually not quite sure, Erin, I don't know if you know,
It's on the CE drive somewhere. We just Renee sent us the link, and
it's
let me
on
go
our
find
internal. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just take a look at what you guys have up there because I think it's only one thing that's going to need to be updated. Which is event day volunteer chair. So Leah's still our wonderful volunteer chair. But unfortunately she can't be there on the day of because her sister's getting surgery. But we've had another volunteer step up. So let me just pull her name out of my phone. Her first name's Anastasia.
Okay.
And then her last name is Sadowski.
And your phone number?
Oh, wait, actually, hang on. I need to put her in my phone because I don't have her in my phone because I'm always Zooming with her. Let me look in our system really quickly and I can pull up her number for you. So Lee is still organizing everything ahead of time, but then Anastasia will be like our boots on the ground morning of, kind of telling the volunteers where to go and stuff like that.
Okay. And while you're looking through there, do you guys still have Michael as the media chair?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And Evelyn as your team's chair? Or
yep,
sorry.
Team's chair.
All good. Madeline, Grand Club.
Yep.
And Delia as
Delia.
Delia. Okay. Great.
Yeah, those are okay. So I know in the past Jeff from JRP was the course lead, but I know he couldn't come last year. It might have been Chuck. It's usually someone from JRP is the course lead. So if they're willing to do that again, that would be good. I'm pretty sure it was Chuck last year because he does it on his bike or something. But they would know for sure.
I'll work on that, Hannah.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then TBD on the registration donation lead. Still need to figure that one out.
Okay. Sounds good. Again,
okay. And I have Anastasia's phone number when you're ready then.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay, it's 703 217 0883.
Sounds good. All right. And besides the course lead, which I can get back to you guys on once Ashley figures that out. You have until the 9th, which, oh my God, I guess is actually coming up soon, to update this. I know, I'm like, oh, that's weeks away. So yeah, I mean, if any of this changes, you can just edit that. If it changes closer to the event after April 9th, we can always just write it in on the, print of the event book or just text people if they need to know.
Yep. And I'm now realizing I literally have this document open on my computer right now. I didn't realize what document it was until you said the April 9th thing. And then I was like, oh yeah, I opened that on my computer yesterday because I knew the deadline was coming up.
Yeah.
So I will.
We sneaky
it's
hide
ready to
all
go.
those
You
other
don't need to find a
markets.
link for me.
Perfect. It's a billion documents, 20 tabs. It's hard to remember what's what. I don't know anymore. All good. All right. Great. Well, other than that, for you guys, volunteers, if you have anyone for Friday after tents or Saturday teardown, that you can have those there. We can talk about Thursday a little bit later, just with storage pickup and everything like that.
And this is overnight load in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
we start at 7.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys are a little different. I don't know if there's any midnight volunteers who wanna help
Yeah,
with
so
setup.
usually for the setup part is just people who are being paid to be there, including myself. And then but for setup, we have a bunch of volunteers that come. For teardown, we have volunteer help as well.
Okay.
Amazing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Makes sense for them. All right. Well, with signage, we've been ordering anything on our end. I'm sure Anna, you have been as well. Do you receive the signage shipments for
I
DC? Is that right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they've already started coming.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I don't know when they stop. Aaron, I don't know like when they stop coming. Is there like a date? I don't know, sometime in April. You probably know better than
Once we get the team banners in after the team's deadline, if there are any that have been ordered, they ship those pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
I would say by like second week of April, you probably won't. You'll have everything you're gonna have.
Everything. Okay, that's good to know.
Right. Okay.
And you're also getting like the email alerts when something's shipped and everything.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
So you'll know if something's on its way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We can take a quick look at the vendor tracker or the IRF. Anna, you've already seen the changes that have been made here, so it should look pretty familiar to you. But also just for our Event 360 staffers, since it is a little bit different. Let's see. Sorry, this one
Speaking
was
of
not
1,000 tabs.
I know, literally. Like wading through them all. All right, here we go. It's pulling up. Come on. There we go. I know it's like teeny font, but if you can read it, here it is. So yeah, just for some context, for our staffers, the IRF or the vendor tracker might look a little different this year. We've updated it to hopefully be easier on the eyes and kind of easier to understand the day of the event. It's now organized by like area of the event. So you'll have your usual vendor contact page. You'll have 3 sections, which are kind of more of just like general stuff that doesn't really go anywhere else. And then once you get to command, everything from here on is basically just tent by tent. So you can check in between these big black lines, and it should have everything you're going to need for each tent, down to like the quick covers and the chairs. DC is special. They've got a lot of extra tents. So the idea is that you can go through, during setup, during morning of, and just check and make sure that everything that you have is here that you need. The other update, oh my God, you have like 30 tents. The other update is that our pivot tables for our vendor summary are now working. So when it comes to the event book or the shared resource site, Anna, you or our, staffers can look at this and click through and see everything that every vendor is going to have, including like what PanCan is supplying. This is just for you to be able to see exactly how many of everything is coming. This will also be like PDF'd out in the print version and in the digital version. So you can kind of just flip through and check it out. You won't have to go online and leaf through it there. Anna, do you have any questions here about like the vendor order as of right now?
Only one question. I just noticed Purple Play Zone vendor was on here, but that's something that the volunteers and I handle. Do you need me to add that to this, or is this only for vendors that have been? Okay, cool. That's what I thought, but I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Okay, no questions then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
any event experience pieces will just be listed as PanCan coordinated on here, so
Yeah.
our staff knows we don't have to worry about that. And then when we get to the timeline and go over everything, same as past years, there will be an editable version of that timeline that we'll provide that you can go in and insert in your vendor arrival times, volunteer arrival times, make that timeline your own. And that'll be yours to have and do what you want with, in addition to the main one that'll be in the event book.
Okay, great.
All right. I can pass the screen share over to Ashley for all the other fun stuff. Well, so she's gonna pull up the timeline, and we can just talk real quick about Thursday to kick it off and storage. Anna, what is the like usual storage plan for you guys? Do you usually just go, I know you get a box truck, I'm pretty sure, or
Yeah, so we
Okay.
switched it up last year because basically the previous staff partner lived like in an apartment in DC, so she couldn't have things shipped to her house. I live in a house with a garage that I don't actually use because it's my husband's tool area. So we realized last year we didn't really need to get there on Thursday and get the storage stuff because we can't set up till 7 anyways on Friday. We need something to do. So if you are okay with it, Ashley, I would say we should probably plan to meet at storage on Friday. Just because with the box truck, it becomes complicated if we have to park it anywhere overnight because none of the parking garages in DC fit a box truck. So what we did last year was I brought the box truck, Event 360 brought a couple vans, we picked everything up from the storage unit. And then I went and did the food and beverage pickup later on Friday. So I think last year we pushed it back a little bit just because, I mean, there really is only so much we can do during the day because we are not allowed to set up anything until 7. So I think we met around 11 last year on Friday, and that worked pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, I spoke with Meredith too, and she said that there's a place where y'all found where you could do like an signage inventory and everything too.
Yep.
That day. Okay, cool. So we'll just
Yeah,
plan
there's
on
like
that.
a covered space within the storage unit. If the weather's bad, we
Amazing.
can kind of just be in there and do all of that. So,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be great.
So nothing until Friday.
Yep. Yeah, there's not. I mean, I'm local, so if anything comes up on Thursday, I can deal with it. But yeah, there's not really anything that we need to do on Thursday. The one perk of the late night start.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm sure, I mean, Ashley, I guess you're literally going to be there, so you guys can kind of help with this. But I wanted to bring up the thing that you mentioned earlier about getting, I think it's the stage banner, like right in the back of the or front, whichever you see it as, of the U-Haul to like take out first. Ashley,
So-
was there anything else?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, Emily is already gonna meet with Anna to get that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll see. I'm gonna hopefully we have a new start finish line this year. So it hasn't gotten to my house yet, but if that gets to my house in time, I'm also gonna give her the start finish banner. And then if it doesn't, that one I'll at least make sure is like at the front of the U-Haul. But yeah, stage banner, we are meeting next Monday. I'm gonna pass it off to her.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay, sorry, I totally forgot
Okay.
that conversation that I literally was a part of. So
You're
thank
good.
you for remembering.
You can't keep every
Yeah.
single detail straight, Hannah. Come on.
Shame on me.
All right, ready to jump into Friday more?
Yeah.
Can we see? Do I need to zoom in? Should be. All right. So 11 a.m. we'll do our storage run. We'll do the signage inventory, and then we won't meet back up until. You don't need any help with your donation pickup later, do you? That you're doing.
I may need some help
Okay.
just because I don't have a PurpleStride chair this year. However,
Yeah.
I am still waiting. We have confirmation we're getting the donation. We don't have confirmation of the details yet. It's from the typical vendor that has donated it the past few years. But the pickup info has been different every year. So it will be picked up on Friday. I can tell you that much. But I'll email you guys once I have the final details about that. But if 1 or 2 people could maybe plan to come with me to pick that up, that would be helpful because, you know, for a 2,000 person event, it's
Yeah,
quite a lot of
it's
food,
a lot.
fruit and water.
Yeah, no problem. Yep, as long as we're at that site before 6:45, I'm all yours to
Oh
help.
yeah,
So,
Typically, I want to say last year we picked it up around 3 or something like that. So yeah, we can definitely make sure
Great.
that's squared away.
Awesome. All right. So then we'll regroup at the site at 6:45, and then we're just there prepping for our vendors to arrive. And then between 7 and hopefully not midnight or past midnight, we'll be doing the big infrastructure build. So all the tents will get put up, the stage will be put up, or toilets will show up. This is a great time for us to get the signage and prep it to go in front of the storefronts right behind our tent vendors so they can make that process smoother. And then once those tents are up and the tables are out, we can place the boxes under the appropriate tents to hopefully make the next morning smoother. I have on here, you're still good to park the box truck overnight on 13th Street. That's the plan. Okay, great.
Yep.
Awesome. So I have that on here too. And then yeah, before we call it a night and meet with our security folks that they're arriving at 11, we'll just do a quick team huddle to make sure we have our punch list ready for the next morning. But any questions about Friday? Looks good. I carried a lot of this over, so.
I will just add here, I'm not sure who it's going to be yet, but we always designate some lucky soul to be overnight command. So likely you will not use the command phone or text numbers. If there's anything you need overnight, you'll just call or text, God willing, Jake or Slade directly.
My fingers are crossed for you.
I get to be Sunday command for Boston, so I probably am off the hook for,
right.
yeah.
Solo team. Yeah. That'll be an adventure.
Well, nothing's going to happen for us to call command anyway.
Nah, I don't think it ever has.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, I'll jump into Saturday, bright and early. Hopefully we get some sleep. We'll arrive on site at 5, and then between 5 and 7:30, that's putting final touches on the site, on unboxing the boxes, putting the quick covers on, unrolling any banners we rolled up, meeting our on-site activation vendors. So you had mentioned PurpleStride, but you're still working with JRP with a vendor, right?
Yes. Once I said that, I was like, oh wait, it's Emily, not a volunteer. I just remembered someone emails me about Purple Play Zone, but it's not a volunteer, it's Emily. Yes.
Okay.
Same, and it's the same vendor as last year for Purple Play Zone.
Okay. I was like, am I missing something? Okay, great. So meeting the PurpleStride folks, or not Purple Play Zone folks, and then the DJ, the coffee truck I have on here as well. And then if you I have this on here as a placeholder. This is special from last year, right?
No videographer this year. That was a special last year thing. Okay. There will be a photographer, but I don't have details yet about whether PanCan is managing it or whether we're getting a volunteer one. But either way, it won't be something like last year because it was a videographer. It was a very special thing. With the photographer, there's not gonna be anything special needed with you guys. Like I'll be their contact, so you guys won't need to worry about it.
Okay, great. I'll leave it on here. Just if you want it, you can have it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then putting the covers on the tables, and then we have check-in starts at 7:30, and then we have your talent arriving at 8, and that's also when we can turn the sound on too for full volume. Are you still working on your MCs?
Yes, still. Okay. We basically have to wait until hockey season is officially over.
I was wondering. Okay, so, cool.
Yeah, should be soon.
Okay, so fingers crossed. And then, we'll do a meeting behind. I have the meeting behind the stage in the green room with to go over the pre-ceremony that starts at 8:20. And then at 8:40, the DJ and the MC will meet at the start-finish line. And then we have, I'm assuming, no ribbon cutting this year.
We will be doing a ribbon cutting still.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Yeah, so cool.
I'll keep that on there then.
That's for we do still have the Hall of Fame teams. Not 500,000 like last year, but still we still have a couple big teams. So we'll still be doing that.
Okay, so you do it for your Hall of Fame teams?
Yeah.
Is that what okay, that's awesome. Okay. So then we'll have the runner start at 9 with the ribbon cutting and then walkers following shortly after that. And then the timer moves to the green room. And then we have the awards closing ceremony at 10:30. and then the event concluding at 11. And then we'll hopefully celebrate another successful PurpleStride Washington, D.C. event between 11 and 2 during strike. That's what I got for Saturday. Any
Sounds good.
edits or new changes?
Nope, no changes. We'll still have the coffee truck. Yeah, everything else is pretty much, we don't really have any big changes from last year.
All right. Before I pull up the site map, just know it's based off of our last call in February and then some of the changes we got in early March. There's some things I know that are coming as changes, so I'll note them on here, but let me know if I misunderstood anything or I missed something. So here, oh, geez, sorry, went a little too far over. Is this large enough? I know this is like
Maybe like press the plus button one time.
one more time. Okay. There we go.
That's
that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So over here, we had mentioned this before, we moved the toilets this year because of the work that they're doing in Freedom Plaza. But folks will show up. Here's our registration donation tent. Our 20 is our bag check, and then your volunteer media right here. And then across the way is your help desk and your timed bid pickup. And then why do you stride? Purple Play Zone is 8. And then down here are your sponsors. These should have been updated in up here. Your team sponsors that are highlighted green on here are not updated. Those are placeholders from last year. So that's on my radar.
A lot of them will be the same though. So that's
oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. That shouldn't
That'll
be
make
too
everything easier. Yeah.
tough.
And then 9 and 18, just a note on here, and it should be on the IRF too. On here it says it's pipe and drape, but it is a note. It is a tent without a topper.
Okay,
so
good. Yeah, learned my lesson on that one last year the hard way. So.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember you saying that. So just know it's on the order. And then we have our VIP survivor tents right here, our Grand Club. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Ashley, that just reminded me of something that I don't want to forget, which is that just one more thing in terms of the timeline. The JW Marriott that's like on site at Freedom Plaza donates a breakfast for the survivors and then coffee for the volunteers. So we got confirmation they're doing that again. So they usually, I need to double check with them. They usually get there like between 6:30 and 7 and get all of that stuff set up.
Okay, I will plop that in that timeline then. And I will let Jeremy know as well. Thank you for remembering that. The coffee truck is 25 right here. 26 is the reduced 10 by 10 food and beverage. And then 27, 20 are your pro teams. And then the stage and the start and finish line should look the same as last year.
Yep.
Changed anything. Great. Cool.
And we should be on track with I know it's always up in the air in terms of the tents for teams, but I just pulled the website up in the background. The deadline is Sunday, so I think we should be good with the number of tents that we've allotted.
On here? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm sure it's going to show up, but Joan Basso, she's just a sprain, right? She wants to keep that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Route map. Big surprise. It's the exact same route map that we've seen.
One of these days I'll actually walk it because I just trust you guys that this is what it looks like because I've never experienced it.
It seems like it'd be a cool one at the Capitol building right here.
Yeah, we get really good feedback from the participants. They really like we specifically get feedback that they really like the route year after year. So glad it's staying the same.
Yeah, it's a lot of good visual sites of DC for sure. Yeah, so going down Pennsylvania Avenue, down 3rd, wrapping around Independence, making our way back up to the festival site area. For special circumstances, I don't really have anything other than volunteer needs are on here. A lot of this is for me, so you can ignore a lot of that. But just the finish line, Water Station 4, Purple Play Zone 2, times bid pickup, we have 6, and bag check, we have 4. That would look good to you? Okay.
That sounds good.
Great. And then, yeah, I think just We have the Brenda Show meeting coming up in a couple of weeks. Just need the script for that. But honestly, I think we're in a really great place. Knock on wood.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, the last big thing I'm waiting to hear back about is, like I said, the details for the food and beverage donation. And then of course finalizing the MC. But other than that, things are looking good on our end too. So
Are the Caps
major
making a
changes.
playoff run this year?
well, that sounds mean. I was gonna say hopefully not. I shouldn't say that because they're our biggest sponsor.
You can say that.
But I'm not a Caps fan, so like, what do I care? No, according to both my husband, the hockey expert, and my affiliate chair, who's a big Caps fan, they're not. So we should be able to get the return MCs who we normally have. Oh, that is one other thing. Last year we didn't have him because the Caps did make a playoff run. But normally we invite the Caps mascot to come, and he needs a place with 4 walls to put his little suit on. So we typically have given him, I think we clear out the command tent and let him change in there since it has 4 walls. So just an FYI on that. I will let you guys know once I have confirmation from them if he's able to come this year.
Yeah. And then we usually give him a parking spot.
I was
too,
just
right?
going to say, and that's one of the things is that he normally, So the good thing is if for some reason he can't come, that will be an extra parking spot that we can give to someone else then.
Noted. It'd be a fun ad, but also
I'm just picturing him in full mascot costume driving the car, and it's making me laugh. I know that's not how it happens.
Like he pulls up.
Yeah.
I still don't know what he looks like in real life.
I don't know what the
never
Capitals
noticed him
mascot
coming
is.
in because he arrives as a normal human being, and I never see him come. I just see him like in the mascot outfit. So
that's how they want it to be. They don't.
Yeah, it's like a Batman situation.
Oh, Slapshot the eagle. Oh, he's very
Slapshot,
patriotic.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very Americana. It's DC.
Love it. That's funny. Great. I mean, you guys have everything dialed for the most part. Unless you have other questions, I guess the only other thing, I know the idea of 2027 is so far away, but I did want to ask, I know we were talking about the move onto like Freedom Plaza this year and we couldn't. Since we have been talking about it, would you be interested in like moving to that for 2027 if we could? Just to, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and I figured as much, and we were already gonna look into that, so I just wanted to make sure because that was, I don't know.
Yeah, I
One
mean,
of
it
the
sounds like it
last-
would be a big cost savings, and Emily took me down there. Like JRP has done other events there. She like showed me pictures of other events they've done. I think it would work really well. That actually was, I guess, the last thing I wanted to bring up is I will do a drive-by at some point in the next month and just take a look at the construction because I've not been to the site since it started, so I just can't really envision what it looks like. But have we been told anything other than moving the porta potties? Is there anything else the city has said that like we need to change or be concerned about with the construction?
no, nothing that I've heard. And I know JRP is planning on doing another drive-by too, just to
They will
see
too.
what it'll
Okay,
look like as
awesome.
well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, honestly, the participants probably will be glad that no one's skateboarding directly next to their tents. So
Yeah.
so they get like a jackhammer. I guess it's Saturday. They probably won't be out that early. Okay, that's all I had then.
Great. Well, yeah, I mean, going from here, you know, if anything that's come up, and of course, like, you know, just let us know. As we get closer, you know, and things start going back and forth with you and Ashley, we might bridge the gap and put it in direct communication. But it sounds like you guys are pretty dialed, you know, knock on wood, barring any huge changes, but things are pretty good. Of course, if there are any like things that we're waiting to get you or things that we need from you, we'll just let you know. But you guys are both awesome and have like your timeline set out so much better than I ever could. So yeah, you guys are the experts here. Thank you guys for jumping on the call. We really appreciate it. You'll hear from us soon just with the recording of the call, but other than that, yeah, just reach out and we'll be seeing you soon actually.
24 days.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone. I'm so excited to
Thanks,
meet you in
y'all.
person,
Yeah.
Ashley.
I know.
I was so
I'm
excited
excited
when I saw
too.
that you were assigned to
Yeah.
DC. Long
Good,
time coming.
Momo.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so
I
excited.
apologize in advance for the lack of sleep you're going to have that weekend.
I know. I've already been mentally preparing myself. You know, I
She's a
have a lot of
toddler.
fun.
She already
Fun
doesn't
too.
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. I already have that experience.
Okay, good.
That's funny. Great.
All right.
Well,
Whenever
it's
you're ready.
great to see you guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
We'll talk to
everybody.
you soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.